Why do people only learn life's most important lessons when it's too late? It's strange, isn't it? You can read the books, watch the videos, and still miss the message until life forces you to listen. That moment when everything falls apart and you think, I wish I knew this sooner. The wild part? Most of these truths are simple, obvious even, but knowing something isn't the same as living it. These lessons hit differently when they're earned through pain, failure, or regret. But what if you didn't have to learn them the hard way? Welcome to Try Harder, Fail Better. In this video, we will break down 6 powerful truths, rules to live by. They're not theories. They're survival strategies for anyone who wants to stop making avoidable mistakes and start building a better life. So, if you'd prefer to learn these life lessons without face-planting into them head first, let's get into it. Number 1. Health is your real wealth. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to take your health for granted until it's gone? When you're feeling fine, health doesn't seem like a priority. But the moment you get sick, everything else comes to a halt. Your goals, your productivity, even your mood, none of it matters when your body says no. And yet, people keep trading their well-being for deadlines, fast food, and late nights. You don't realize how much your body does for you until you can't get out of bed. Imagine being handed $100 million, but you're too weak to enjoy it. Would you still take the deal? Or would you politely ask for a refund and a body that doesn't scream every time you sit wrong? That's why protecting your health should come before chasing status, success, or even goals. Simple things, like sleeping enough, eating whole foods, moving your body, getting sunlight, and managing stress are more powerful than most people realize. If you want a rich life, start by treating your body like it's already valuable. Because without health, even your dream vacation starts to feel like a medically supervised field trip. Number 2. Control your environment, control your life. Think about the last time you tried to resist temptation. Did it end with kale or cookies? Most people rely on discipline until their willpower runs out. But what if you didn't need to be strong all the time? Here's a better strategy. Change your environment so you don't have to rely on willpower in the first place. Trying to eat healthier? Don't bring junk food into your home. Want to read more? Keep a book within reach instead of your phone. The idea isn't to be perfect. It's to make good decisions easier and bad ones harder. Struggling with self-control doesn't make you weak. It makes you a person with taste buds and Wi-Fi. That's why the smartest thing you can do is build systems that support the behavior you want. Because when your environment works for you, progress becomes automatic. And when you control your surroundings, you gain control over your habits, your focus, and ultimately, your life. Number 3. Stay true to yourself, even if it costs you. Ever found yourself saying what people want to hear instead of what you actually think? It's tempting to want to blend in, especially when approval feels like survival. But if you always shapeshift to match the crowd, you lose something vital, yourself. Fitting in might keep things smooth in the short term, but long term, it creates a deep disconnect. You end up surrounded by people who only know the version of you that you perform, not the one you really are. And here's the harsh truth. Being fake attracts fake connection. There's a famous experiment from the 1950s that showed how people will literally go along with a group, even when they know it's wrong, just to avoid standing out. That pull to conform is powerful. But at what cost? The only way to find real relationships, purpose, and peace is to stop molding yourself to the expectations of others and embrace who you really are. Because when you finally show up as your true self, the right people will recognize you, and the wrong ones will fade away. And that's not a loss. That's freedom. Number 4. Give your brain some rest for a chance. You wouldn't run a marathon and then immediately sprint again afterwards, so why expect your mind to keep going nonstop? In a world that rewards constant hustle, rest is often seen as weakness, but that mindset is costing you. Mental exhaustion doesn't look like collapsing. It looks like zoning out, forgetting things, snapping at people, or struggling to focus. And instead of unplugging, most people just switch screens, from laptop to phone to TV. But none of that is rest. It's just more input. Your brain isn't just tired, it's overstimulated. True rest means quiet. You know, like that thing your grandparents used to do before screen time was a lifestyle. Walking without earbuds, taking in nature, sitting without scrolling, doing nothing on purpose. That's when your brain finally gets to process, repair, and reset. You don't need to earn rest. You need to integrate it. Because when you rest well, you perform better. You think clearer. You actually feel alive. So instead of pushing until you break, try pausing before you do. Number 5. Manage your energy and not your time. Ever block out some time for some work, only to doom scroll social media straight through the evening? Here's why. Time doesn't guarantee results. Energy does. You can schedule all the productivity hacks in the world, but if you're drained, nothing flows. On the flip side, when your energy is peaking, even 30 minutes can be more productive than a whole afternoon. Start noticing your natural rhythm. When do you feel sharp? When do you crash? Match your hardest tasks to your highest energy windows and save the light stuff for your off-peak hours. You wouldn't try to lift heavy when you're physically exhausted. The same goes for mental work. This isn't laziness, it's strategy. You get more done in less time and avoid burnout in the process. So stop measuring productivity by the clock. Measure it by momentum. Number 6. A great life is repeating the good days. What does it really mean to live a great life? Is it about rare, extraordinary moments or something else entirely? Most people chase highs, vacations, promotions, or celebrations. But those are just spikes in the timeline. What really shapes your life is your average day. If your typical Tuesday feels like a drag, no amount of weekend fun will fix that. The secret isn't to escape your routine, it's to upgrade it. What small habits, rituals, or choices could make your normal days more enjoyable? A better morning routine? A walk after lunch? 10 minutes of stillness? You don't need fireworks. You need consistency. Because when you string together enough good days, you wake up one day and realize you've built a good life. And it didn't take a miracle, just mindful repetition. So instead of waiting for someday to magically become less chaotic, start engineering a better Tuesday. These 6 rules aren't groundbreaking. They're not trendy, but they work. They're the kind of lessons people usually learn after something breaks. Health, relationships, motivation, peace of mind. But now you know them in advance, and that gives you an edge. The question is, which one are you going to apply first? Pick just one. Start today. Let it ripple into your habits, your mindset, your daily decisions. And if something in this video hit home, leave a comment. What's one lesson you wish you had learned sooner? Your insight might be the exact thing someone else needs to hear. Also hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our page for more content that actually helps you grow. And remember, don't just watch your life happen. Shape it, one decision at a time. Until next time, try harder, fail better, and keep rising. Catch you in the next one.